Hello, my name is Jessica Frawley and I'm a PhD student in the School of Software at the University of Technology, Sydney. And this is my freaking awesome job in IT. Well, I think the most unexpected thing is how much your research changes. What you propose to do when you enter the PhD and what you actually end up doing and actually end up writing about are two entirely different things. And I think although that's quite daunting to be dealing with this changing research and data, it's actually the most exciting bit of the PhD in the end, because that's the stuff that's really new. That's the stuff that you actually learn about. Well, I suppose in a PhD you're never just doing one thing. It's made up of lots and lots of different components. That might be designing technology, building technology, interviewing participants, looking at performance, and you can look at the performance of a system in lots and lots of different ways. I suppose some of the things that might be the most surprising about the type of stuff that I would do is looking at how people use technology and interviewing and understanding people in the context of use. That means getting outside of the lab and into the field, away from an artificial environment such as a lab where someone might use something, and looking at how they use that device or that technology or that hardware or that software, looking at how they use that in the place where they're meant to be using it. Well, admittedly, most of my superheroes are sort of quite close to home, sort of starting with my supervisor. My supervisor's not only good at research, but has a really interesting multidisciplinary background covering science, the arts, languages, education, and also technology. And I think all the people I've admired most are those who can sort of not just do the tech bit, but who can also apply it to an interesting area, especially to solve a problem. Well, I suppose it would be having a sense of curiosity, wanting to find out how things work, or more about people, or more about the environment in which they work, and solving some of the problems that are associated with that. I think that's what I find really interesting, and I think that's what motivated me to do a PhD in the first place. And whenever I get stuck on something, I think that's what I come back to. Well, I've got to say, it's got to be my first morning cup of coffee. I think cup of coffee, my to-do list, and working out what I've got to do for the rest of the day. Well, I think being in a faculty of engineering and IT, there's no one type of person. It's very, very diverse, and I think that's what's really nice about it. So that means that there are people with lots of different backgrounds and lots of different interests and specialities. So there are those people who work on technologies for health, people such as myself on technologies for education, and then there are those people who also do things like digital games, graphics, creation of new musical instruments. There are a whole range of things, most of which I can't list here. And I think the sort of best bit of being in a PhD in IT is that you're surrounded by this wide range of experts and interests and fields, and I think that itself is really awesome.